What's up, everyone? Polio Jr. again, and today we are going to check the water levels of our automotive battery. So typically, obviously it's under the hood for the most part, and we're really going to try and not touch anything with our hands here. See if we can pop these caps off with just a flat head underneath. So we got them cleared right there. Now, in here, you may not be, I'm gonna have to clean all this off as well. But typically there is a rim, and the rim is about, if you can see it, there's in here we have 6 holes. So there's a rim towards the top. We want to get it to that rim level, and each of these, actually all 6, seem a little low. So if you see right here, we want to get it to about where the edge of that little rim is right there. So what we're gonna do is just fill them up a little bit better. There are some sealed batteries in which you don't have to do this, but what I'm gonna do is now typically a lot of people, they just go ahead and just start dumping in the water, and I don't really see that being an issue. I'm not even gonna use a funnel or anything like that. We're just gonna slowly move from left to right. Okay. Try and get to that rim. You see that? Make sure you don't overfill it. And make sure you are using distilled water, because the distilled water does have minerals in it. So you don't want to use tap water or anything like that. Tap water or spring water, you want to use distilled water. And right now we've pretty much hit every rim here. Now what we want to do after that is obviously wipe everything down. Typically you do want to wear gloves while you're doing this, because you don't want to touch any of the sulfuric acid on here. But I'm just being a little uncouth here. But so I'm just wiping everything down here, and go from there. See if we can get all this, anything that's going to be in the way here, any of the other corrosive material, that kind of stuff, get that out of the hole. Should be okay here. And from there, as long as they are all touching the rim, you should be fine. So even if you do overfill it, it's not that serious. Like I said, we just want to make sure that, now this is something that what can actually extend the life of the batteries, because the chemicals aren't moving as freely as they normally would be. So what I'm going to do is just cover them back up. Nothing serious here. Our other ones down here, if you're not wearing gloves, make sure you wash your hands immediately after, even if it is with the distilled water. And let that sit, make sure that all dries and all that good stuff, and see if you do get a little bit more charge out of the battery, because this battery really, it's a couple of years old, but typically it should last between 4 and 5 years. This is about 3 years old. It really isn't. I noticed recently that it would start up one day, I might leave it sit for one day, and then it wouldn't, and then it wouldn't even start up. So other than that, another good thing to have just to keep your battery charged, I'll show you really quick, is one of these guys. This is just another little tidbit. And this is something very simple here. Now I got this at Harbor Freight, and this is a 1.5 watt. Now you can get ones that are much higher than that. But what it is just a panel. And with this, you can actually they give you 2 connections. You can directly plug that directly to the battery, or you can actually switch out the parts, and so where you can leave the actual panel inside of the car, this gets plugged into the cigarette outlet, and as long as it's a decent sunny day, even if it's not, while the car's sitting, or even while you're driving, it'll still continue to charge the battery. Even the alternator is doing it anyway. But if you're just like parked or something like that, and you want to continue to charge the battery, you can use this guy as well. You would just put this on your windshield, and then have where'd it go? And then have that part plugged into the into your cigarette outlet. So I hope this helped you guys out. This should hopefully extend the life of your battery. So at least for a little bit before you do finally decide to get a new battery. So hope that helped you out. Thanks a lot. See ya.